тебя любить. Просто так.
Figure skater Stanislava Konstantinova spoke about Kamila Valieva's return to competitive sport following her doping scandal. Before watching, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you. As a reminder, in late January 2024, the Court of Arbitration for Sport, CAS, suspended Valieva for 4 years for violating anti-doping rules. The suspension period begins on December 25, 2021. Kamila will be eligible to return to competition only on December 25, 2025. She has the right to resume official training 2 months before the end of her suspension, at the end of October. A photo of Russian junior world champion figure skater Kamila Valieva has disappeared from the official social media account of the 2026 Olympic Games. The competition's press service previously posted a collage of the athlete's photo next to pasta. Stanislava Konstantinova. Honestly, I don't think leaving Ekaterina Georgievna is the most important thing in this situation. They've come a long way together. Tudberidze's team found talent and made her a true star. But sometimes you have to move on. I think athletes like Kamila set an example with their comebacks. They show that it's possible to overcome long breaks and upheavals. The doping story is certainly controversial. I won't presume to judge what's true and what isn't, but her return alone is a powerful motivation for all our skaters. This will be a different Kamila, mature, conscious, with a new style of skating. It won't be better or worse, it will simply be different. We're all really looking forward to her return. We understand how difficult it is. Injuries, suspensions, pressure. I want to wish her health and the strength to cope with all of this. I sincerely have good feelings for her and will be waiting for her on the ice. It was previously announced that Valieva had left Etteri Tutberidze's coaching group and plans to return to official competitions in the coming months. Kamila Valieva can resume official training today during her suspension. Yes, it's happened. The skater certainly maintained her form during her suspension, but starting October 25th, she has every right to train with her coach. Figure skating has seen its share of doping scandals, but athletes have returned and only gotten stronger. Championship recalls their stories. Ekaterina Bobrova missed World Championships due to meldonium residue. Ekaterina's suspension was temporary and short-lived, but it still had a devastating impact on the skater and her partner, Dmitry Solovyev. In 2016, the meldonium ban affected many Russian athletes, even those who stopped using the substance before the ban, as microdoses could remain in their systems. The pair missed the 2016 World Championships in Boston. But in April, Bobrova's provisional suspension was lifted. The ISU made this decision due to low levels of the substance in her system and its long elimination period. However, it was too late to compete at the main tournament of the season. After this absurd incident, Ekaterina Bobrova and Dmitry Solovyev won 2 more medals at the European Championships, as well as Team Silver in 2018 in Pyeongchang.
映画「レディー・カリフ」のサウンドトラック
Elena Berezhnaya, Olympic gold, after a foolish mistake with a cold medicine. At the time of her disqualification, Elena Berezhnaya was already an internationally recognized successful athlete. Together with Anton Sikarulidze, she won Olympic silver and 2 world championships. She could have won a 3rd consecutive title, but a few days before the 2000 World Championships, it was revealed that the banned substance pseudoephedrine had been detected in the skater's doping sample. Berezhnaya suffered because of a doctor's mistake. He recommended buying cold medicine, which just so happened to contain the banned substance. But punishment was inevitable. Berezhnaya and Sikarulidze missed the World Championships, and their disqualification period was 3 months. It was proven that the drug intake was unintentional, and the substance had entered her system accidentally. The controversy didn't derail Elena and Anton on their path to Olympic gold. They performed at the highest level for the next 2 seasons, winning the most important tournament of their careers. Yuri Larionov, 2 Olympics, Russian gold, and European silver. The renowned Russian pairs skater was embroiled in scandal back in the mid-2000s. In January 2008, furosemide was found in his test sample, putting his career on hold. It wasn't just his, but also that of his partner, Vera Bazarova. The young skater was awaiting his return. Yuri had been taking the drug to cut weight before a competition, but the authorities weren't satisfied with this explanation, and the figure skater was sidelined for 2 years. The suspension itself was quite lengthy. Larionov maintained his fitness in an unusual way. I joined the army and served 7 months. That's how I filled the void. In the center of Chelyabinsk, not far from where my company was stationed, there was a public skating rink. By the way, I was tasked with pouring it. I found a way to periodically go to this rink to stay in shape, Larionov told Match TV. Yuri's disqualification was later reduced. Instead of 2 years, he missed 1.5 years. But Vera waited for him, and together they went to 2 Olympics, including the 2014 Olympics at home, won 3 medals at the Euros, and won the 2012 Russian Championships. There are also examples from abroad. Karolina Kostner and Daniel Grassl. There have been several high-profile doping cases in figure skating in Italy. Karolina Kostner, in the middle of the last decade, essentially suffered for nothing. She herself did not dope, but her boyfriend, Alex Schweizer, did. Kostner was punished for, according to Schweizer himself, knowing about the use of prohibited methods and hiding him in their house when doping officers arrived. Thanks to the girl's leak, Schweizer was able to mitigate his own punishment. But Karolina, at the end of her career, was left without competitions and the opportunity to legally train. But the skater decided not to retire. She returned, and in a big way. Coached by Alexei Mishin, Kostner extended her career for 2 more seasons and reached her 4th Olympics. She won 2 bronze medals at the European Championships, qualified for the Grand Prix final, and came within a medal at her home World Championships in Milan. Kostner won the short program, but due to errors in the free skate, she finished 5th. And all this at the age of 31. The Italian Federation tried to keep Daniel Grassl's case as secret as possible in 2023, forcing the skater to retreat into the shadows and miss an entire season. Only after his return did it become official. 3 missed tests in a year were the reason for his suspension. After resuming his career, Grassl won 2 Grand Prix medals and qualified for the series final, taking bronze at the World Team Trophy. Now he's looking forward to the Olympics at home, and if he qualifies, he has a chance to prove himself in both the individual and team events.
She had a go to